How you doing, Mountain Man? Good evening. Appreciate it. Thank you for joining. How's how you doing? Oh, gold. Hey, man. What's up? Yeah, but I mean, higher than that is the sky, and higher than that is space. Although I don't think there's anything higher than space. Well, no, maybe except for this one guy who was getting high. Yeah, that could work. So, all in the meanwhile, what you been up to? Been watching anything? Thanks, Cameron. You have a wonderful night, okay? Thanks for popping in. So we go down. So I mean, to be fair, uh, when you say when you say chem, you mean like chemistry? I mean, chemistry ain't the easiest thing to dance with. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm dumb when it comes to chemistry. Yeah. Okay. So it was chemistry. I wanted to make sure. Although I can imagine chemistry is probably really cool. Like once you do it correctly, I've seen like videos where professors would like do something on the ground, and it would be like a whole trail of fire, but it's not actually fire either. It's like blue fire. How about you? What's going on for me? I'm working on my this week's assignment for my animation teacher. I'm glad you enjoy the music. I try, as I told you, I try very hard to select the music that I think everyone would enjoy. But of course, taste may vary and all that kind of jazz. But I mean, it is what it is. Nice. This week's assignment, in case you're curious, there's a Pink Panther sheet, a model sheet from 1968, and my goal this week is I'm supposed to draw 15 heads from that model sheet, three poses, like three full body poses from that model sheet, and one custom pose using the character. And for my storyboard assignment, I'm actually supposed to go through the episode, The Pink Fink, from the Pink Panther, and I'm supposed to find clips or what they call story beats. I would love to. I would love to do I would love to do full on animation. Like even if it's not like an actual paper like career, I would love to do it like just for the internet. Personally, I want more freedom to be able to do what I want, anyways. As far as like animation wise. So I'm kind of leaning towards the whole internet thing, but I'm not. I'm not really focused on that part of it right now. I'm just trying to improve myself. So if I'm looking. Also, if you're by chance, um, do you have my playlist saved on your YouTube? I think you do. I try to update it like every day, or at least if I find a song I like, I'll add it to my favorites, like to my musical playlist. Yeah, the problem with internet animation is that YouTube and other stuff look at people that post a lot. Also, yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, with like the biggest problem, as much as I love internet animation, and it is good, ironically, the biggest issue I feel comes from the viewers themselves. They see one episode or like one clip of what things like from a creator, and they automatically assume that the creator can pump out another one within the next week. It doesn't work like that. It takes a lot of time, and admittedly, the internet is very impatient. Very, very impatient when it comes to like internet stuff, and I understand that. But it works for me because, on the same token, I'm not too concerned about subscribers and keeping numbers up. Like if you want to sub, fine, sub. If you don't. Not begging you to. I'm not I'm not streaming for the attention. I'm streaming more so just to chill out and make it a little bit easier for me to work. Because admittedly, drawing by yourself with no one to really talk to sucks. That's why a lot of people who want to get into animation and stuff is typically focused on getting into like actual animation studios. Because they have like other staff members and stuff they can learn from and all that kind of jazz compared to doing animation by yourself at home, like I am. No one's there. You're literally just by yourself with your thoughts. Again, that that doesn't apply for everybody. Some people like to animate like on their, by themselves. Others don't. It's a it's kind of like a need to know basis. You know what I mean? Some people like that way. Some people don't. It just all depends on who you come across. Personally, for me, I actually like talking with people, especially those who knows a thing or two about art, like animation and whatnot. It makes it makes me feel, I don't know, complete. Right, exactly. It depends on the person that you are. Right, yeah. Because let's put it in the perspective like this. As far as like a regular working job, um, some people enjoy doing customer service where they're interacting with people, and others enjoy jobs where they basically work by themselves, with the exception, like with a rare occasion every once in a while. 90% of the time when I'm working at my job, I'm working by myself. It's typically like 90, 95%. Sometimes they'll call me if they need me to go someplace. Let's see. Let's try another one here. I gotta keep going. I wonder if I could try to measure this about half. Hey, Mage, what up, man? Uh, Mage is actually a good friend of mine. I've known him for a good couple of years. Smart kid, and he's been working hella hard for the last couple of years. He's trying to become an animator as well. I mean, he basically got the whole art thing down, and he's been working on like, I think he's working on some walk cycles. I'm not sure what he's fully been doing, but he's been doing good. Mage is a cool guy. But yeah, like I was telling Gold or Mountain Man on the page, the assignment that I'm doing this week is I'm trying to draw out the full-on model sheet of the Pink Panther from the June 1968 variation. I'm actually on the very last lecture of the basics. Whoa, dude, you really? You about to finish the basics? Nice. Damn, you've done well, Mage. You have done well. Which one was I doing again? Oh yeah, that's right. The top left. So for no, you're perfectly fine. I don't mind you asking questions. I'll answer them as best as I can. I would hope everybody knows that about me. I'll answer as best as I can. But I actually met Mage Burger on a YouTube channel and like a website called AMB, which is Animate, Motivate, and Believe. Is that right, Mage? Let me want to make sure my memory is still on par. But um, about a good couple of years ago, I want to say about 5 years ago, he started a Facebook. He started like a website where he would teach people how to learn how to draw and do art and animate, like starting from scratch. That's where I actually met Mage. Yeah. Now, I will admit that while I don't learn the A and B thing currently at this moment, I was one of the first members of the group, and I do intend on getting back to those lessons in the future. I want to get. I've been focusing a lot on like basic drawing stuff because I started from pure zero. For context, I didn't begin drawing until I was 29. Huh, okay, I just realized the bottom of the eye starts with the landmark of the bottom of Panther's mouth. In case anyone is curious on like which one I'm looking at, if you want to see it along the sheet, I've actually only done an hour of the animation basics on the day for the past few months. I'm actually shocked, excuse me, at how quickly it added up. It does. Arshad explained it perfectly, where it's kind of like exercise reps. If you don't do the exercises like push-ups, sit-ups, and all that kind of stuff, you're not going to get better at it. And he's right. He's absolutely right. Again, while I'm not learning through him at the moment, I got nothing but love for him and what he's doing. Because he gave me the like the motivation that I needed to really try, to like believe in myself, because I sure as hell was not getting it in real life. Might have to go out just a little bit more. But I digress. I was going away from the topic just a little bit. But basically, Mage Burger, he's put in a lot of work. As long as I've known him. I know this is going to be a little silly what I'm about to say, but everyone knows of Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, you know, was a famous music. Well, is he alive? No, he died. He was a famous musician who was blind, but music saved his life, and that basically what art is to me. Because I had no motivations for life. I had no motivations in life after getting out the military. one of the biggest reasons why I love animation as much as I do is as depressing and as much as this world sucks. Yeah. Oh yeah. It was. Yeah. It was definitely a rough childhood. That's for sure. But it's all good. I think also, if I'm gonna be honest, I think it comes down to the people that you're around as well. In most cases, a lot of people don't really get into things unless if they're like pushed and like not pushed, excuse me, unless if they're encouraged. And even if it sounds bad, try to lift up that person's spirit. And the more you do that, the more they'll want to keep trying because someone believes in them. Personal growth seminar free on YouTube. That's absolutely phenomenal. Huh? Actually, I'm a little intrigued about that too. Um, Mage, do me a solid. Drop that link in the chat if you will, and DM it to me as well, please. I'm I'm always looking for ways I can improve myself. You were born rich, Bob Proctor. Pro Proctor? Bractor? I'm not sure how to say that, but I should be able to add that on my mobile right quick. You were born rich. Ooh, it's an audiobook? It's a 6-part, 10-hour series that I have not stopped watching every day for the past 4 months. Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna add that to my library. Um, Actually, speaking of motivational things, there was another one that my brother actually introduced me to, and it's called "The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck." Excuse my French, but that's literally the title of the book. It's honestly helped me process things a little bit better about myself. There we go. Wait, is this extended? I need to make absolute sure. Okay, no, it's not. No, I will definitely give that a listen, Mage. Thank you for sharing that. Helpful information like that is good. Oh, come on with the memes, dude. Really? Ah, well, I'll let it play. I like this and the mix up. So let's see if I'm looking at it. It's like the bottom left corner of his ear kind of interacts with the edge of his lip. Don't know which front, but something wrong. Yeah, actually, my my sister is actually getting into psychology as well. I really wish I could sum up this magazine in a single comment, but honestly, this is to be it's has to be explained to be understood, and it'll get you thinking really deep. Simple info with deep. I like stuff like that, especially for animators. You know the whole keep it simple, stupid thing, or KISS for short. So what I'm doing now, I want to at least keep y'all updated on what's going on here. Right now, I'm just doing like little sketches, like little gestures of the like the actual poses on the sheet, and eventually I'm gonna go through and draw over them, which is known as cleanup. Mage, I'm certain you know, but I wasn't certain if Gold actually knew. So I want to at least make sure I got my grounds covered. I don't want to leave them out. Take care, Mage. Nice seeing you. Keep up the good work, buddy. Which one? Which one am I doing now? Okay, I'm doing the second one. Hope the music is not too loud. Of course, which each video has their own different volume setting. So I can't do anything about that, but I want to make sure none of these songs suddenly start blaring in your ear and end up, end up hurting. I don't want that to happen. So if the volume is too loud, generally, let me know, and I will make the adjustments accordingly. What the? Is this time for me to change my pen again? Oh, I got a question. Which art slash animation creator do you like, or do you mean look up to? Good examples that I look up to Bob Ross and love making that type of artwork. So I wonder about you. Um, let's see. As far as like, general artists and like animators, one of my biggest people I look up to is Chris Sanders. Chris Sanders is the individual who created How to Train Your Dragon and Lilo and Stitch. Let's see. As far as like internet level, there's Picapedi, there's Wade Goyens, there's Tom Sutton, Arshad AMB is what I mentioned. There's Keena Magpie who made the Mayhem Villain series. But as far as like as far as like each different level, I look up to quite a few people, but Chris Sanders is definitely my is definitely my top. So every time I hear this song, I hear Mega Man. There's quite a few reasons why I like Chris Sanders. One of the biggest issues I have with Western animation, and of course, Western animation is like U.S. animation, and I don't even know if this happens anymore. But a lot of stories are typical love stories, like a typical love stories, or yeah, yeah, I would say it's just that. But even then, like the whole love story thing is really boring to me. And Lilo and Stitch, like the whole story wasn't based on romantic love. It was more so about family love, or what the trope is called, the founding family trope, where they have people of different like origins who comes together as a family, i.e., Lilo and Stitch. I do have some inspirations too on the Eastern side, like with Japanese anime, and it's not so much the animation part; it's more so the storytelling part. While it's an obvious given that Japanese animation is not as like crisp as like Western animation is. To be honest, I never watched Lilo and Stitch, but at the same time, saw some of it, and I kept hearing that it's amazing. Yes, it is. Oh yeah, that's right. It does show you how to do that. Okay, so yeah, there's a circle there for the face, and then another line over here. Wait, actually, I gotta shrink these images right quick. I find it ironic. We were talking about Lilo and Stitch, and all of a sudden, a tropical theme starts playing. The irony is strong in that one. And while I know a lot of those stories do bring on controversies, while some are warranted, some make for some incredible storytelling. Yeah, the timing on that is kind of irony. I mean, it's ironic. Excuse me. So let's bring this one up. See. Yeah, lock this and draw a new frame because I need more space. Control V. Come on, paste. Thank you. Huh, interesting. So, midway of the circle is the same part that starts the nose. Funny story about this song specifically. You know how when you hear one song and think of another? I have a friend of mine who, when he hears this song, he thinks of the Food Shopping Network, and I'm not sure why. But I've been trolling him like the level of a Rick Rolls with it for years. Too bad if we are going to watch any anime, they censor something and it gets dumb to the fact that we aren't children, and yet they still censor stuff. That's actually more so on the American side, cause the Japanese side doesn't really censor things depending on what you're watching too, though. And that's actually one of the things I love about like Japanese anime is, again, if they want the viewer to actually see something, they will have them see it. A good example of that is one of my favorite animes currently of all time, which is Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss is a very harsh anime. It's a very harsh anime. And honestly, I think there needs to be a bit more of that harshness that's out there. To be perfect, if I'm being honest with you. While admittedly, I do have a bit of a hard time uh, figuring out like what my favorite 3D films and CG films could be. But my absolute favorite as of right this moment, and it hasn't been beaten yet, is definitely Zootopia, believe it or not. I think dub is the best way to get anime to watch any content without worrying about something changing. And it sucks because subs and do so much, and because we understand it, it's better to fail. Well, just so you know, sub is the Japanese audio Sub is the Japanese anime, like Japanese audio with English subtitles on the bottom, and dub is it like just full on English. But ironically, there's actually quite a few problems I have with dub, and it's not so much the voice acting. It's more so of the fact that there are a lot of like dub voice actors who are taking liberties that was never meant to be taken from the original source. They're changing it around to like Kata or Kata, I don't know what the word is. Cater to like the American audience. And I don't really like that. I feel, as far as I am concerned, I can't speak for anybody else on this part, but I'm old enough to understand everything that goes on in this world. Yes. Now, not dopes. Kept getting confused about it. It's fine. I knew what you meant, and don't worry. I'm not one of like, yeah, you only like this category, not that category. Rah!
Hey, you too. I'm sick of these yellow signs all over my goddamn videos. This one.
Oh yeah, you ever heard of speech to text voice rap? Well, here you go.
Cowbelly. Let's go, baby.
Demonetization is dropping Dorita to stop a migration of top innovation and content creation in an opposite way. I saw your new status and got inspiration to drop a new cape on top of your face is a mock and the face of the clock is still raising. The mob is impatient, monster is way cannot just escape. You drop like a cape, YouTube Ukraine thought you would make it. Past all the creators who want to get paid for their awesome creation. So take the advice of a god in the making. All I got to say is, Cowberry TV gets more traffic than a metropolis. Yes, bitch, that's me. And I'm still looking for where my profit is. Don't get me wrong, I'm on top of this. Apocalypse. YouTube tried their best, but there is simply no stopping this. I'm on to the next vid. They watch me like Netflix. Ideas are a virus, and my thoughts are infected. Keep it true for micro. Yeah, I'm sicker than you. Came all the way from Antarctica, and I still got the flu. I'm making cash like I'm in coin. Rolling thick stacks like disjoint. I'll pinpoint what you enjoy, and pop your bubble like it's Bitcoin. Cause I don't even need the sense. I'm Superman on the paper trail. My bank account's invincible. It's just a matter of principle. YouTube, what the hell, bro? More crooked than Hillary's elbow. More fake than
Oh, okay, I see.
Got you shaking like he shakes hands. I guess YouTube hates fans. I'll block you out, Ray Ban. So I won't see you later on when I'm making walk on Patreon. I'm on top like a bull rider. You're outdated old timer. Your algorithm has Alzheimer's. Yeah, I struck something. Gold miner, I don't let no one pass me. I keep my shit sassy. You tried to stomach my hot fucked around and got lockjaw. YouTube trying to demonetize. I'll say you like my Spotify. Like Congress, I won't compromise. I'll cut you down, economize. You went low for the bottom line and sold out like my product line. I don't care if I cross the line. I call it fair like I toss it. No strength and no spice. Got you hiding like rodents. I never thought I'd see the day when YouTube was advertisers want clean vids and they're spreading like cancer. Where are YouTube's balls? Science still can't answer. Just tell the advertisers that you can't switch the sorting. It's really not that difficult. It's not Rick and Morty. Neutrality sounds mad woke. Dodge it, Polly, you're a bad jerk. Keep it up. I'll beat you up with that stupid big ass Reese's cup. I make use of my clout. Cowbelly calling shit out. There I spread through these verses. They say I'm running my mouth. So what if I'm censored? I'll still say the F word. I'll act out at any age. Shout out Robert Redford. And yes, I like my Christianity with a little extra profanity. If that doesn't meet your standard, so what, bro? You mad at me? Tossing hundreds on your girl. Yeah, she sure ain't chaste. Got the moves like Shakira. She don't waste that waist. Diamond stud in her tongue. She got expensive taste. So I'm calling your loan. It ain't funny. Bitch better have my money.
It's crazy how good that actually sounds, even through the speech to text voice. I love it. It's so stupid. Like, it's not meant to be good, but it is good. I guess it's just one of those things I'm not supposed to understand. I just sit there and enjoy it. Oops, making squeaks. change this song. I'll be right back. I need you know what? Nah, just delete that. Oh no, I deleted the wrong thing. No. Oh man. Well, I gotta fix this right quick. I hate it when I screw things up like that. Change this right quick. Alerts. There we go. Okay. There we go. I'll be right back. Alright, we back. it was about that time to I need to change out my nib. Basically, the nib is like the what the heck? Huh, that's different. The nib, of course, is like the tip. Think of it like the tip of the pencil. I want to bring special attention to the song you're listening to right now. This song is from a Super Nintendo game from 1992. I didn't believe it when I first heard this song. I'm like, this was on a Super Nintendo? Because of how good the song sounds. Oh yeah, that's much better. Wait. Oh, okay. Ha! That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about monetization. So I mean, if they're gonna take the video down, fine. They'll take the video down. I don't care anymore. I really don't. Which one was I doing? Oh right, this one. You right. Well, I mean, it's not any of the big three, you know, like Mario, Zelda, or whatever copyright they have for Nintendo. So I think I'll be okay. I mean, at this point, either they're gonna delete my channel or they don't, and I can always make another one anyways. So I don't. Yeah, I'm not too concerned anymore. Bottom line is, I know that you're enjoying the music, you're having a good time here, and that's all that matters to me. That's the only part that's important is that you're having a good time here, just sitting here watching me draw and talk. shrink this one here. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. Then this one will start here. And you know what else is interesting too? As long as you're like game music is less likely to get your channel removed than like actual like big name musicians. I think I'm welcome back, Mage. Nice to have you again. I'm hoping at least before this night is over that I can draw every one of these poses as far as like the heads are concerned. And tomorrow I'll try to do like the 3 body poses. It helps too that I'm actually off work tomorrow. So that gives me a little bit more time to get stuff done. Or at least get more practicing, you know what I mean? What I trouble to one of the biggest reasons why I'm perfectly okay with like playing music like this on the channel is nice. Oh, I'm definitely down for that. I appreciate good. Yeah, I know, and that. But get your head out of the gutter there, Gold. Mage, you was thinking it too? Stop that. What is this? Oh, nah, I'm changing this. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, anything that you initially draw from the beginning can be something perverted. Admittedly, that's one of the biggest things I'm happy about as far as like being an artist is concerned. Because like the gesture of like nudity and stuff doesn't bother me anymore. Or like I don't really get childish about it, you know what I mean? Because it could just be me, and y'all tell me if y'all agree with this or not. But I think a lot of people who are typically offended about like nudity or just like general skin and stuff is just like the ones who don't really understand it or don't want to. Like they just want to get offended. And like if you learn art, you have to get through that phase. Yeah. And you see, Mage, you keep that talk up, you're gonna make me go over to pick Ardo. I mean, at least with Pick Auto, they don't really get on you about the music you listen to or what you draw on there. Cause like even as an artist, the easiest way to get yourself banned from YouTube is literally if you draw a circle, like a pink circle. And it's like, big deal. It's a pink freaking circle. Alright. I'm glad I did invest the time in art. I'm not nearly, I'm not as offended with like nudity and stuff as like other people are. Which I find is so funny that the people who typically are offended by nudity is typically the ones who does the most reckless things in the world. Isn't that strange? When you feel it in the cloud. You know that over half of the states are over religious, and one of them is lost, and some just take it a bit farther. You know, Gold. I'm freaking. I'm living in one of them. I'm literally in Alabama right now. You know, actually, on on the subject of taking it a bit further, I'm actually surprised most people from Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana don't know about anime. Because I'm telling you, they could get all the material over there. Also, I think I've said this already, but I'm not religious at all. I just want to make that distinction very clear. I always found it funny is like the ones who talk the most about being offended by nudity is the exact same ones who try to push their they try to like push the people that are close to them to doing said reckless thing and just having like popping up random kids and stuff like that. There's like no responsibility there, and it's a lot of hypocrisy. Oh, it's called blocking so much stuff to a point of censor and not knowing anything. Exactly. I'm on record for this. I hate the South. I really hate the South, and I'm not from the South. I was actually born up in New York, and I will claim New York until I'm no longer able to breathe. But there's too much ignorance down here for me. I couldn't tell you how many times I've heard people talk about, either being super religious stuff or cause like the white man this or the white man that, and the white man this or white man that, or like the blacks killing blacks and shit like that. It's just it's stupid all around. Most of the time, I just stick to myself, with the obvious exception of my family. My family's like the only one I really interact with down here, and that's because I want to. This needs to be a little bit longer. I love being where I am, but even so, up top, Northerners just feel like they are more worried about black people and Mexican people working their jobs, but they are exactly the opposite side in Mexico. Live in Minnesota. Oh, okay. All right. So you live in Minnesota. Yeah, I admit it. Like there's a lot of stuff that the Northerners ain't exactly keen on either. But of course, it depends on what state you live in too. So there's that. I might want to come back just a little bit on this. As far as I'm concerned, I sum it down to this to the people that I want to talk to and associate with. If you love art, animation, and gaming, then we are good. We can talk for hours and like days about stuff, about games and whatnot, all day. I mean, really, I could talk about animation all day if I could. Far north and far south are known to be different on treating people like they are humans too. Absolutely, yes. I definitely got to do a bit more. This might need a little bit, more room, but I'm gonna move on to the next one. I hope you have. Yeah, exactly. And as far as I'm concerned, I just want to be around more people who talks about things like that. Well, I know politics and stuff is important. Good. I'm glad you're having a great time. Huh. That's pretty interesting. I'm glad the one I'm in encourages knowledge and awareness. That's good. That's very good. Uh, I don't want to give you the wrong answer here because not every situation is the same. But what I will at least say is this: you don't have to tell them about your religious preferences. Just respect their choices, and just go about your business. I think that's the best method to take here, because that's what I do too. Well, I'm still trying to figure out how my family found out that I'm not religious at all, but it doesn't matter. Because if I'm gonna be direct with you here, Gold. If your preference of religion makes your family think differently of you, then they're not good. Then they're not good people to begin with, especially on the level of family. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion, and I'm not throwing shade at anybody's family here. I'm just giving you an honest answer. That's what you wanted, and that's what you're gonna get. No, not again. I mean, that's not what I meant. No, that's not a problem. a strict theory I've always had for me, a standard that I hold myself to, is I will answer anybody's question as direct and honest as I can. But be prepared for my truthful answer. If I say it all the time, if people are going to be easily offended, then I'm not the person you should be asking. Because 9 times out of 10, people aren't going to like my answer. I don't play favorites for nobody, not even my own mother. And it's a given. I love her, obviously. That's my mama. But even then, I don't play favorites for her either, as far as like opinions and stuff. I tell her straight like everybody else. This post is going to be kind of hard. I guess I should include the hand in this one too. Pink Panther got some big hands. I'm fine with that. Don't like when someone beats around the bush, you know. Also, I love the answer. All right. Really, the whole deal with me is I just want to be as upfront and honest as I can, while at the same time, you know, like being a good role model where people can act, you know, like can look up to someone. I wasn't fortunate enough to really have a role model going on. Terrell, honestly, being open is a pretty good attitude. Purge ideas, not people. Right, exactly. There's so many people that I've spoken to down here who would refuse to be friends with anybody else because of things they don't agree with, be it political status or religious status or sports status. Believe it or not, and I don't really understand that. And it's like maybe I'm not meant to understand it, but as far as like my social avenue and stuff is goes, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a little more cleanup on it. What the? Is it playing the normal songs now? Boom, boom. Yes, it is. Oh well, just let. I think that's called empathy with others and learn from each person. Admittedly, that is kind of how I grew up a little bit. Like, I just sat back and watched how other people would either doom themselves or do positive things or negative things. I will say I was pretty hesitant to say anything because I've studied my religion alone for a year now, and I have 1,000 reasons to disagree, but belief in God does have to come entirely from within. which I agree with. Absolutely, I agree with Mage. And I just want to reiterate too to the both of y'all that as far as my server, I mean, not as far as my server, as far as like my YouTube channel is concerned, or like when I'm streaming or whatever, everyone is welcome here, regardless of beliefs. And I will not allow and I will not tolerate one type of belief to shit on another type of belief. Does that make sense? I won't allow it because everybody has the right to believe what they want to believe and feel how they want to feel and think how they want to think. I'm a firm believer of that. This one's going to be a little challenging. Yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next one. This one is a little tough. To easily identify with me, I just want to talk about video games, animation, and stuff. That's it. Also, really nice game music like this song. Yeah, I don't get it either. The thing is, who are you? Well, not you. Born Rich taught me something great, by the way. They talk about the greatness of you, but they say, and for that everything that makes you great makes everyone else great. Everyone's fundamentally the same. It's just that many haven't become aware of the fact yet. That's true. I like that. It's pretty good, actually. A lot of songs I like to hear in any CG5 type music or any sort of type of music. Wait, what's CG5? Maybe there might be some kind of terminology I'm not familiar with. I was thinking of Counter Strike for some odd reason, but I don't think that I don't think that's what you meant. Or did you mean Metal Gear Solid 5? Metal Gear 5? I don't know. I need a verification for that. CG5 is a content creator. Oh, okay. I realize from this angle, although I think that looks right. Notice that the ends start on both sides of his ears, both edges. I love music. I truly do. I have a bad habit though of like breaking down every like lyrical word of a song. Which is one of the biggest reasons why I prefer like instrumental music like this compared to like songs with words in them. A lot of the songs I heard growing up and stuff didn't exactly have the like biggest, had the most, didn't have the best messages, you know. I don't. You know what? I'm not saving this anyways. I'll just go back in my studio and delete the video. That'll put me in the grave. Go. And I'll say, now, granted, there is exceptions to the rule. Like there are some lyrical songs I will listen to, like this song, for example. And this actually comes from wrestling. I was born a sinner, and that's how I'm gonna die. Set me free, and I said, okay. I like that song. That's a that's actually a pretty good song. I like the instrumentation, honestly. Sheesh. I didn't realize it was that late for you, Mage. Thanks for hanging out, man. I greatly appreciate that. You get some sleep. School's important. You have a good night now, okay? Tell me why. Tell me who. Tell me you don't know what to do. I need to change this around just a little bit. Tell me you don't know what to do. Got it all over you. Tell me you don't know what to do. You let me Tell me you don't know what to do. Over you. Tell me. Hey, you're fine. It's not too bad. Did I get all the faces? So 1, 2. Welcome back. Hi, I'm Temmie. Welcome back, Gold. Pretty good. I'm trying now to rough in a full body pose. This is due next Saturday. This needs to go out a little bit more. I think I'm done for the day. I feel worn out with Chem and all. That's fine. Hey, I appreciate you hanging out as long as you did. You basically was here for almost the whole thing. Actually, I should take myself a little bit of a break too. I've been going for almost 2 hours straight. And constant drawing like that will be counterproductive. So I'll probably just call it here as well. Thanks for hanging out, Gold. I super appreciate that. And shout out to Mage as well. Thank you, although you're not here anymore, but appreciate you. Now I gotta now I gotta hurry and remove the videos that I just streamed. Anyways. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye now.